Just spent the weekend in Newcastle with my sister and my nieces there. The opportunity presented itself for me to teach the eldest niece a lesson about persistence. There's a big flying fox at the park that we normally go to. I normally push them quite quickly down this flying fox, and they've loved it in the past. Both kids, but especially the eldest, really loved it and wanted me to push it really super fast. And she wasn't into it this day. I don't know why. She seemed a bit timid, and I was a bit shocked by it. So initially she wouldn't even let me push her, and then the younger one got on. I was pushing her quite quickly. And then the eldest was like, I want to have a go now, you can push me. She'd drop off and put herself in a dangerous position. So I told her I'm not going to do it anymore. She said, no, I won't drop off this time. So I said to her, if you can get the swing up to me on the platform, then I'll push you. But otherwise I won't push you. Here's something she really wants. And I can make her do something which seems impossible at first, and just instill this belief in her that persistence will pay off. She starts off just complaining, I can't do it, it's too hard, it's too high, I'm too small, I'm not strong enough. All the excuses under the sun. All of them seemingly pretty valid for her, being a young little 6-year-old, very tiny, not a lot of meat on her. It is heavy, especially for her, it would be quite heavy to move. So she started off trying to run with it, where it was a little bit shorter on the sand, and then jump and swing it up. And she was doing that for about 20 minutes. I said, do you think there's anything else you can use? Do you think there's any other ways you can get it up? You got to think, darling. And she's getting pretty angry at me. She's calling me mean. She's saying I'm not nice. She stomps off and she says, okay, I'm going to go find something. And I was like, right, off you go. Then she comes back about 5-10 minutes later with a stick. I was like, good girl. And how are you going to use that? And she sticks it up on top of it, and she's walking it along the steep bit like that, but it's too heavy, so it swings back. She can't quite get enough on it. I actually thought she would have got it with that stick. So I was thinking, oh, okay. And anyway, she ended up finding a palm branch, an old one, and trying to use that. It was more than big enough, but it was quite heavy for her to carry. It's actually snapped quite quickly. She probably tried it 3 times, and then the leaves of it snapped off, but she still had the end bit with the little hook on it. She's worked out that she needed to use the hook. She's dragging it up with her little arms, and she's getting so tired. She was trying for about 10 minutes. I wouldn't help her. I really wanted to, seeing her struggle and whinge, and she started to cry at one point, saying when she said that her arms were too tired, it was pretty hard not to help her at that point. But she kept on going. I said, come on, Dale, you're doing really well, you're so close. And she's struggling. You can see she's like half crying, half laughing. She knows she's gonna get it, and she keeps pushing, and she's failed so many times trying to work out how to do it. But she just kept on persisting, kept on going. Eventually, she did get it to me. After probably about 40 minutes of trying, which for a 6-year-old, carrying the things that she carried to do it was so impressive. It must have been so heavy for her, and her arms would have been so sore, but she kept on going. She got what she wanted, and I was so impressed by that. I was so impressed by her drive, and I thought, if she's 6 and she can do that, there's everything that I'm trying to do is easy, because that was absolutely pretty much impossible for her to do. And she did it in 40 minutes, just through persistence. And everything that I've read, all the people that I'm studying, persistence is such an important factor. You have to keep going until you get what you want, and it's so crucial. Otherwise you stop, and of course you're not going to achieve your goal because you've stopped, haven't you? The thing she did after that instilled in me that I had actually taught her the lesson. There's a rock climbing wall there, a few small ones and then one big one, and she disappeared for about 10 minutes, just silence, which is really unusual for this one. Generally for the silence, something's getting destroyed. Anyways, not to be, she appears on top of a platform, goes down a slide, and she's yelling, Joe, I did it. And I was like, what did you do, though? She said, I climbed the wall, I kept on going until I got it. And I was like, yes, that's awesome. Any goals that you're trying to achieve, you just have to keep going, It's your ability to stand in no result. The longer you're there, the closer you are to your goal. That's just fact. Just watching her do it though gave me a lot of motivation and a lot of drive, and I was just so impressed with that, and I thought that was definitely worthy to be shared.